Hello everyone! Today is a very sad day because I was going to edit a video and then I accidentally deleted half the footage because I thought it was the footage from the previous video. So now I have to film a video here today, right now. So yes, today we'll be making a Pusheen Keycap. It's that cartoon cat, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of merch of it. And also the most popular video on this channel is a Pusheen shaker. So I figured I might as well take some of that Pusheen element and put it into a keycap. So first, what you will need is a keycap base. Make sure you are using a PBT keycap. These are the types of keycaps that can be baked in the oven, and we need to bake the polymer clay in the oven with it. And next you will need some polymer clay. So I have my gray keycap, and not gray keycap, it's basic clay. And I also have some black clay. So my plan for this keycap is to have the base and then have Pusheen just be really tall above it. You won't even be able to see the keycap after we're done. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a bottle of gray clay, roll it a little bit to make it like a little bit smaller on the top and bigger on the bottom. And you don't have to make it perfect at all. This is definitely not perfect. And what we're going to do is take this shape, stick the bigger base onto the keycap, and then we're going to start smoothing the clay around the base of the keycap. And this is going to take some time, so I'm going to time lapse this so you guys can see the progression of my clay smoothing. So now we have something like this. It is definitely not completely smooth, so the base is pretty messy here. So what we're going to do is trim the edges to make sure that there is no clay in the base, and we're going to smooth a little bit more of the top part. As you can see, the base is nice and trimmed, so now we'll go ahead and smooth over the top edge. Okay, so this just looks like a big, nice, smooth boulder right now. See? And now we're going to flatten out the top into more of a point, like this, I would say. And then we are going to choose a front and a back. I chose this part as my front, which means this part is the back. And now we're going to pinch the tip so that the front and back are flat. Oh, thank God I didn't drop that. So now we're going to take a needle tool and we are going to make an indent for the space between the ears of Pusheen. And make sure it is nice and symmetrical. So here are my ears. Always try your best to make it symmetrical. Then what you're going to do is start making the eye holes. So estimate where you think the eyes should be, and I will show you guys what mine looks like after. And just use your dotting tool to make 2 eye holes. So here is mine. And then next we are going to make 2 balls for the eyes using black clay. And after that, we will stick the 2 balls inside the eye hole. And then we are going to make the little mouth. So you are going to roll out a strip of black clay till it's like really thin. Cut out a small line of black clay with your X-Acto knife. Then you're going to curve it with your fingers by just squishing the 2 ends together. Then that is one curve of the mouth. Now you gotta make the other one. So here is mine. And now we are going to make the whiskers and the lines on top of the head. So it's the same thing as making the mouth, except you don't have to curve the clay, which is even easier. So all you have to do is roll out a strip of black clay and cut off little lines and stick them where the whiskers and the head lines will be. So here are my whiskers, and here are the 3 headlines. Isn't Pusheen so cute? And lastly, we are going to make a little heart for the Pusheen to hold, and we're going to also make the arms. So for the heart, take a piece of pink clay or whatever clay you want the heart to be. And if you never made a heart before, I have a tutorial on my previous Pusheen video to show you guys. Basically, you roll out a piece of clay like this, and you stick your fingernail in the center, then you fold over the 2 halves. And then you stick the heart in the center of the Pusheen. And lastly, to make the arms, what you have to do is roll out 2 symmetrical balls of clay, and then you stick them right over the heart. And you can also make the Pusheen hold anything, like a pizza, a donut. I know I made those before. So here is Pusheen holding the heart. And then if you want to be a little bit more extra, you can take some dark gray clay, darker than the gray we use on Pusheen here, and then you can make the 2 lines on her back. So just take 2 balls of dark gray clay, roll it out, flatten out a little, and smack them on her back. Also, if you want to make her tail, that is also an option, but also make sure it's a little flat so it doesn't hit any of the other keys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 balls of the gray clay that we use for Pusheen's body, then 2 balls of dark gray clay, and you're going to make a pattern called light gray, dark gray, light gray, dark gray. And you're going to take that pattern, roll it out, and stick this on the back of Pusheen just curved up, because if you curve it down it might make the bottom of the keycap too thick. So you're going to curve it up and then you are going to flatten it a little. So here's how the back of mine looks. So now that we have our keycap, I am going to go ahead and bake it in the oven according to the directions on your package. Again, make sure your keycap is PBT so that it can be baked at high temperatures. I usually bake my clay at 225 for 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll bake and then I'll glaze and I'll show you how the end product looks like. Here is the finished glazed Pusheen keycap. I love the smooth look of these types of clay keycaps because Pusheen is just perfectly blended into it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be selling this keycap if you guys are interested. All the materials I'm using are in the description below, and so are my socials and my shop. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.